Good day, everyone. We are the Group 6 and we are going to report about creatures in mythologies in the Philippines.
Hi everyone, I am Jocelyn Rosales and I will be talking about aswang. So, did you know that aswang was born out of Philippine folklore? With stories of terrifying creature dating back to at least the 16th century. When Spanish explorer created the first written record of monster, the explorers noted that of all the monsters in their folklore, the aswang was the most feared by native Filipino. So we have here the so-called aswang or the queen bee of Filipino monsters because of how powerful it is. It has evil shape-shifting powers similar to that of Dracula himself. So it thrives in eating human flesh, both raw and cooked. But the danger of living in the same village as an aswang is that they appear perfectly ordinary during the day and can easily invite you over for a meal, secretly feeding you a human flesh. On the other hand, the advantage of living with an aswang is that they will never hunt within their village to avoid suspicion. So, the next time you visit in the Philippines, here in the Philippines, especially the haunted island of Siquijor, that's the place where there were a lot of aswang there. And then so when you visit there, the Siquijor, make sure that you are thoroughly well versed in these Filipino monsters and Filipino mythical creatures. That way, if you ever find yourself hearing an infant's cries in the middle of the night, you will know not to go chasing after it. So, that's all about Filipino mythical or horror mythical folklore. So, we have aswang.
Good day to each and everyone. I am Janet Galibo, and the mythical creature that I have chosen is Tiyanak. So what is Tiyanak? The Tiyanak is a vampiric creature in Philippines mythology that takes on the form of a toddler or baby. Although there are various types, it typically takes the form of a newborn baby and cries the jungle to attract and wary travelers. Once it is picked up by an unfortunate passerby, it reverts to its true form and attacks the victim. The Tiyanak is also depicted to take malevolent delight in leading travelers astray or in abducting children. So there are various stories on how Tiyanaks came to be. The Mandayas people or Mindanao claim that the Tiyanak is the spirit of a child who over mother died before giving birth. This caused it to be born in the ground, thus gaining its current state. A similar supernatural creatures in Malay folklore is the Pantiana, which was a woman who died before giving birth, and local belief various countermeasures are supposedly effective against the Tiana. Those that they were led astray by the creature's cries are believed to be able to break the enchantment by turning their clothes inside out. Titiana finds the method humorous enough to let go of the traveler and go back to the jungles. Loud noises such as New Year's celebrations are also thought to be enough to drive the Tiana away from the vicinity. So that's all my part and thank you very much for listening.
Everyone, it's me, Potot Mary Grace Elordi, in Best Ed English 2. And my report is all about San Telmo. San Telmo, in plural, San Telmos. In folklore, a floating flame or a fireball, similar to a well or the wisak, that stalk or chase people at night, believed to be the incinerated blood of a person who met a tragic death. San Telmo is a type of fire spirit that mesmerizes humans. Maximo Ramos described the San Telmo in this book published in 1990, The Creature of Midnight. In Tagalog, Visayans, and other Filipinos call it San Telmo. Ramos writes, it is the ball of fire in fields and swamp. The San Telmo or Saint Elmo's fire is a creature of Philippine mythology. The term of San Telmo is the shortened form of the Tagalog words Apoy ni San Elmo or Saint Elmo's fire. Saint Elmo's fire is a weather phenomenon in which luminous plasma is created by a corona discharge from a rod-like object such as mast, spire, chimney, or animal horn. In an atmospheric electric field, it has also been observed on the leading edges of airplanes. As in the case of British Airways Flight 9, the intensity of the effect, a blue or violet glow around the object, often accompanied by a hissing or buzzing sound, is proportional to the strength of the electric field and therefore noticeable primarily during thunderstorm or volcanic eruption or Kisi-10 cockpit or St. Elmo's fire is named after Saint Erasmus of Formia, also known as Saint Elmo. The patron saint of sailors, the phenomenon which can warn of an imminent lightning strike, was regarded by the sailors and sometimes considered to be a good omen.
Good day everyone, I am Maria Josel Antimatum and the Filipino creature that I will present is Sigbin. The Sigbin is a unique entry in Filipino mythical creatures. While it is considered a supernatural entity, it's often believed that some Filipino families keep the Sigbin as a pet. The Sigbin is dog-like creature that is visible only to its owner. The Sigbin eats any raw meat, preferably bloody and freshly slaughtered. When you keep a Sigbin as a pet, it will be your silent guardian. It will protect you from danger, bring good luck, and will even let you ride it, though you will only appear to be walking briskly to other people. However, if you let a Sigbin starve, and it will not just turn on you, it will savage and eat your entire family. That's all.
Diwata. A diwata is most popularly known in modern time as a nature spirit or a fairy that is often a steward over a certain mountain or piece of land. In ancient Filipino culture, the diwata or anito was the dominant concept in the various religions throughout the archipelago. An anito concept was prominent in Luzon, while the diwata prevailed in Visayas and Mindanao. The term diwata has taken on various levels of meaning since its concept's assimilation into the mythology of the pre-colonial Filipinos. It is sometimes loosely used to refer to a generic type of beings, much like elf or fairy, or very specific ones as mentioned above. It has been noted that the term diwata is synonymous to anito, and that the usage of the word diwata is more prevalent in the southern Philippines, while anito takes its place in the northern areas. Diwata are usually described as beautiful and seemingly ageless humanoids. This may take the form of not having a philtrum or having continuously smooth and supple skin that somehow resemble fingernails, without any wrinkles parts as in the elbow and knees. They also tend to be fairer than average, as pale skin has been associated with the supernatural even during pre-colonial times. Or example, the white lady belief is prevalent in the East and Southeast Asian regions, though the characteristics of having nose bridges and blonde hair are suspiciously colonial in nature. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Ivy Joy Vitacoratantan, a BS Ed 2 English. So in my part, I'm going to share to you about the myth of Tikbala, which is one of the mythical creatures in our country, which is in the Philippines. So please bear with me as I share to you all about Tikbala. Half man, half horse that towers over mortal creatures with broad, muscular shoulders and majestic horse's head. The Tikbalang is an elemental god frightening, intimidating, and imperial. It is commonly heard or found in the Philippines in far-flung mountains. He watches over his domain like a guardian and looks over anyone who enters. As the stories go, the Tikbalang is also known as a mischievous god that can trick you into losing your way in the forest, trapping you forever by making you walk around endlessly in circles. They said that the secret to lifting the magic of the Tikbalang is by taking your shirt and turning it inside out. Only then you will able to see the forest as it is, and maybe you will also find your way home. So that's all about Tikbalang, and next reporter we're going to share to you also his assigned mythical creature in the Philippines. So that's all. Thank you.
Duwende. Another playful Filipino mythical creature is the duwende. They appear as a little old men who only show themselves to people they like. It is said that if a friendly duwende lives in your home, you will enjoy a good and prosperous life. The duwende, however, is easy to offend and would often curse to people with illness or misfortune. To avoid this, Filipino would often say tabi-tabi po or excuse me to ask for permission before doing anything, which may anger a duwende. Tabi-tabi po is also a very common expression used by hikers to express or to respect any supernatural beings lingering in the forests and mountains.
I am Chizay Banabalakwet and my part is the Bakunawa. The Bakunawa is a serpent-like dragon in Philippine mythology. It is believed to be the cause of eclipses, earthquakes, rain, and wind. The movements of the Bakunawa serve as a geomantic calendar system for ancient Filipinos and were part of the shamanistic rituals of the Babaylan. It is usually depicted with a characteristic looped tail and a single horn on the nose. It was generally believed to be a sea serpent but are also variously believed to inhabit either the sky or the underworld. Due to increasing trade, contacts with South Asia and the Indianization of Southeast Asia, the Bakunawa later became syncretized with the Naga, Rahu, and Keto of Hindu-Buddhist mythology. Bakunawa is believed to be originally a compound word meaning bent snake, from Proto-Western Malayo, Pulin Isian.
Couples are believed to be nocturnal and omnivorous. They are not necessarily considered to be evil. However, they may turn vengeful when the trees that they are inhabiting is cut down. A couple may take contact to people to offer friendship, or if it is attracted to a woman. If a couple befriends a human, especially because of love, the couple will consistently follow its love interest throughout life. Also, if one is a friend of a couple, then that person will have the ability to see it, and if they were to set on it, and the other person would be able to see the huge entity. Couples also could abduct. They are said to be play pranks on people, frequently making travelers become disoriented and lose their way in the mountains or in the middle of the woods. They are also believed to have the ability to confuse people, even in their own familiar surroundings. For instance, someone who forgets that they are in their own garden or home is said to have been tricked by Capra. Reports of experiencing Capra enchantment include that of a witnessing rustling tree branches, even if the wind is not strong. Some examples would be hearing loud laughers coming from unseen being, witnessing some smoke from the top of the tree, seeing big red glaring eyes during night from the tree, as well as actually seeing a copper walking in the forested areas. It is also believed that the fireflies in woody areas are the embers from the copper split cigars or tobacco pipe. There might be Aztec influence there too, since cigars and tobacco are a Native American invention.
Hello everyone, I'm Rafaelis Rentipolo and I'm going to talk about my topic, the Burbalang. The Burbalang is a creature said to hail from a smaller town in Mindanao. They said to be a ghoul-like creature who lurk in the graveyard to feast on the blood of corpses. They are similar in appearance to humans, although they have many characteristics similar to the manananggal, such as a bat-like wings. Thank you.